Hi. I thought about not playing the Prelim, but then I thought, what if I actually played the Prelim? And I realized I will get to play 4 rounds of Amulet. Oh, last seen deck 2 days ago, Yawgmoth, finally! I have not played against Yawgmoth in such a long time. Well, maybe Boy Triton is gonna play whatever else, though. That's better. I think Boseju back. Although, like, you could make an argument for keeping Boseju. I think I just want to Saga Amulet, Saga, fetch map, get Growth Chamber, get second Amulet win. Keyring as a second card if I need to win through interaction. Hello streamer, weird time. Hello Grimn. Weird time for you to watch too. Should you be asleep? Let's make it darker so, you know, the vibe is more fitting. You are on late, okay. I think my opponent possibly has Orcish Bowmasters in their hand. Let's draw a bounce land to win. Gotta go. Gotta go. Oh, gotta go. What if I just stream in the dark for the vibe? Thoughts? Does it feel more like midnight? I think it's pretty good.
He's a phenomenal control player.
Dark Mode Canista.
Thank you, Freddy Numbers, for your Sabini. Bounce land, please. We'll find one with the map next turn. Or now. I guess a wrong one, but... should be fine. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can't even get Yawgmoth right now. Worst case, I get Saga mapped. Rather Bossejut. Search first, then draw. Why search first? You draw bounce and you want to search an amulet? No. Because if I draw map, then it ends up being bad for me. And 2 amulet is game winning anyways. So I don't need to get 3 amulets. They have Boseju. We'll see. For sure my opponent has no... Could I cast a Titan through Boseju? Actually, I don't know. I might. I'll think about it with the Boseju me. I no longer think about it. I should still play around Boseju. On Slayer Stronghold. Does Mr. Beast do that the best? Kurwa, no puść ten pierdolony priorytet, frajerze, no. Please, pass it. We actually go to Buddy's Clan and Chat and we look at my blocked list. Boy Triton is a person I blocked one day, but I don't remember what for. I think it was some shit talking. Mr. Beast with Orcish. Oh, I'll take 3 damage. Oh. Rough times. Villain F6. Pretty decent player. Well, maybe decent player, but not a decent something else. Who can know? Oj, no rostam po majstry, dobra. Okay, so now we know they have no Boseju, so... 1, 2, 3, 4. Times like this, I would wish that Orcish Bowmasters was just a sorcery speed card so that people would just play it and it like go on and go with your life, but of course it would be less powerful then too. Why not Titan and Colossus for 2 guaranteed lands? Because I would rather have Titan in my hand afterwards, for sure. So I can play Titan after I Colossus. Then I'm gonna have the mana from Boros Garrison already, and I'll be able to haste the second Titan. Another way, another reason would be that it literally doesn't matter what I click at this point. I can click what I want, so I will still win. So pick whichever of those two answers you prefer. Yeah, I guess should Titan too, but like really the true answer is it doesn't matter. When you have 100%, when you have a route that leads to victory and a route that leads to victory, then picking either of them will exactly do just that and will lead to victory. Do you ever look at a large stack of Amulet triggers from Colossus and which opponent would just concede? Sometimes. Mostly happens with 3 amulets. 2 amulets, I can manage. Although if the trigger is really big, then it gets a little bit annoying too. I was like getting close to time against 4 colors sometimes, but against normal decks I really don't unless double queuing gets involved. But yeah, I don't time out in normal games ever. Why not put Vesuven to play and copy Valakut to shoot opponent 2 more times? Because they were at 2 life, so it still kills them. Relax. Let's try the sideboard plan finally. When I get 4 rings and add 2 Spelunking and 2 Curse Totems and resubmit. The reasoning for cutting the 1 ring would be that it's a sticking it doesn't mean victory. They have Bowmasters. Like if you play it and they play Yawgmoth, they can combo you anyways. So it's just kind of not really that powerful of a payoff. So we're just gonna wait. My dismember, I forgot it. Whoops. Okay. Forgot I dismember. Too bad. They have some interaction post-board, but mostly they have what, like it might 2 Force of Vigor, a couple of Thought Seizes, maybe a stupid Necromancia or something. I don't think they're hate is particularly overwhelming. Yagmoth players usually side artifact and enchantment hate anyways. Sure, it's fine. Reclamation Sage, awkward, but Haywire Might. That's fine. You turn it off with Curse Totem specifically. If you like play it in a way where you end up running into Force of Vigor, it might be awkward. On the other way, they just can't beat it, so if you get into a situation where you can have Gardens up, with Curse Totem, you should be good to go. Only 2 cards in hand. Sorcerer Speed Bowmasters. How come? Maybe it was better to play Arboreal Grazer on turn 1. With the knowledge that Reclamation Sage is played. Slow Titan is not so strong, so I'll ignore Force of Vigor. A Secret Stream. Honestly, cut all the artifacts and as Hammonds, they bring in so much hate. Okay. Let's check a last placing Yawgmoth list for reference. Maybe I'm out of date. 2 Force of Vigor, 1 Fulminator Mage, 1 Rex Sage, 1 Tear Ass, 1 Haywire Might. This is 5 disenchants, but Haywire Might is not a disenchant for Curse Totem purposes specifically. So 4. Lala. What's up with this song? Why do we listen to it so much? Oh, I'm hacking Chord of Calling. Hello? Canister, I like how you're not scared by bad matches like most people are. Why is that? Well, why be a little bitch when you could not be? My bad, I mean, I'm just asking. I'm not saying we're listening to it too much, but it's interesting that we're listening to it so much, rather. I guess they can draw to Force of Whalegore or Fort Size. They play Fulminator still. I think it's pretty common for the list to have a Fulminator. Song is giga loud. Interesting to crack now. Okay. Oh no, bros, Yagmoth is a bad matchup for Amulet. We have to turtle up and cover our heads because there is a high odds of proliferating happening in this area. No, bros, you don't. Is Titan a human? No. Yagmoth has no protection from it. First line of text, debunked. -1/-1 counter. Titan is a 6/6, so turning into a 5/5 barely does anything. Second line of text, ignored. Black discard card proliferate. They don't even have 2 black mana right now. They tapped out to play their Yawgmoth. It's just pathetic. Oh, but what if I don't kill them in time because I borrowed out all of my Urza sagas because I'm scared? Then you're a little bitch. Oh, what if they court for Magos of the Moon? Well, then you're actually fucked. Let's hope they don't play that card widespreadly. I guess that's rough, especially if you forget to bring this member, like I did. Draw, sketch, watch, charm, tie, freight, routine, bracelet, often, canine, canine. Wait, how do you pronounce that word? Canine. Actually, canine already happened. Like canine is a word that showed up today. Namely, I was playing Pokeros with my buddies. And I got dealt a hand, and I look at the cards. And I've seen a king and a 9. And I thought, canine. Like dogs. And I thought it was really funny at the time. It actually wasn't that funny if you think about it much more. So I retract that. No, I'm not particularly good. Also, you can't really play poker in Poland for online. Draw, sketch. Draw, pull, charm, appeal. Okay. Attraction. Joke, bit. Sketch. Like joke sketch. And what's the last one? Routine. Comedian's output. Routine. Interesting. I don't know this word in this context. Maybe I've seen it, but I never really understood it. Often watch canister MTG would fit. K9 Freight bracelet K9 watch belt tie bracelet watch tie belt tied bracelet watch tie. They wrap around, yeah. Accessories belt bracelet tie watch. Okay. K9 stone freight often. Teeth. 2 letters plus number. Bros, my anecdote was actually relevant. It was actually K9, yeah. Shit, crazy. Alright, let's play Talos. I played a little bit of Talos Principle this morning, and I have realized that some puzzles take place in the overworlds outside of the normal boundaries, which is actually pretty cool. Have I visited one of the gardens yet? In game or in general? The answer is probably not. Only 3.
When you overcome one of my trials, do you not feel the pleasure of having discovered the proper order of things?
So I feel plenty of pleasure.
That is the spark of Elohim within you, to create order from chaos. And therein is revealed the true meaning of our sigils.
No, Elohim. You're absolutely right. Crisscross conundrum. Take connector. Red hole. Okay. And blue laser has to be connected to the blue hole. And we have another connector here. And then the red one has to get further to this, and then I get another one. Okay, so I guess this is last, because first we do this. And just this. It's that simple. Oh. It goes around. So many connectors. What about slots? Good question. I don't actually know if you can play slots now. There used to be like slot machines in pubs, restaurants, grocery shops sometimes. But I haven't seen one in a while. Co to za gra? The Talos Principle. Title updated. So just need to wrap it around. That seems easy. How many do I have though? Enough? Not enough. Crisscross. So I have 4 of those. So this is unnecessary. So I need 2 to connect the blue one. Well, I can do this, no, this and this, and then, no. Pow and pow. This is okay. And then I have 3 remaining ones. Where's the third? Oj, pogubiły mi się. We got it. Indeed, a crisscross conundrum. We crisscrossed. Ciągle wciąż mi go za mało. Okay, this is the way out, so we indeed go to the side. Egyptian arcade. Any Egyptians in the chat? I haven't seen a La Bomba in a while. We have a jammer. Two jammers. Let out this La Bomba. Aj kurwa. Stój. A chuj kurwa. No, I have to die, okay. What is this, Mexican portal? It's Egyptian, bro. I guess it does have similarities to the game Portal. But you don't actually put portals out, but instead different puzzles. So yes and no. Okay, that was a bit reckless of me. Kurwa no. Because I was jamming the doors. Fuck this. Too dexterity based. Dislike. Did I defeat the final boss of Zelda? Yes, a while ago. I think last time I played Zelda was probably a month ago. I mean, like, I finished it, so... yeah. The whole world is a desert. I could get a desert right now. Even the parts that look alive are just more sand. Everything is dead or dying. Anyone who tells you different is lying. Still haven't finished Hollow Knight, and I never will. And that's fine. I played as much of Hollow Knight as I wished to, which was roughly almost everything besides the TCL. And that is how much I'll play. Have I ever considered I win too much? No, I don't think I win too much, so I haven't really considered that. Maybe sometimes I consider that maybe sometimes I think about how I win too little. But never, that thought never crossed my mind. The one you mentioning, oh shit, another one. No i co kurwa teraz? Also the Talos principle is fun stuff. It is, yeah. Aj kurwa, nie. Dobra. Zdodżowałem. Is there a third one hidden somewhere? Okay, there is a switch for this. But... Okay, it takes a while to notice me. Doesn't shoot immediately. And I can jump both now with the jammers after turning this one off, and I can grab the klocek. Interesting level. It's the Talos principle, it's in the title. Death's Door and Tunic. I have considered downloading Tunic the other day. I think it would be a fun Switch game for traveling. All I did on my Switch when traveling was playing Slay the Spire lately, which is fine, but also I have 300 hours in that game, and sometimes I kinda just play it because of the convenience of it being already turned on when I pick my Switch, and not because I really want to play it all that much. And Tunic seemed pretty interesting. Yeah, I've heard it's quite challenging. What's the name of this level? Just doors and windows. Windows and doors, okay. Where are the windows? I did finish the Zelda game, yeah. I beat Ganon and I was glad I did. Or rather, I had a good time with the game and I am happy to have played it. Another one. Here is the klocek. Here is a fourth one. I'm gonna finish it after the round because good paired against the Manland. 2 days ago, Indomitable Creativity. How interesting, but my hand kills on turn 2, so I wonder how indomitable is it gonna be really. I think it might be pretty domitable in the end. Opponent. What would it take for a turn to kill of this hand? What do you mean? This would be a turn to kill even if I had only 2 amulets. So this hand is like a super giga kill max, where my opponent just gets turned into a crisp, obliterated, and unbirthed. So like what would it take for this hand not to kill on turn 2 is a better question. But I can summon 3 titans and attack for 16 times 3. You're an amulet gamer, so you don't know what it takes to turn to kill. Okay, in short, it's 2 amulets, and for a longer answer, just observe. Well, I guess you don't get to observe. I'll tell you though. Titan, get T-West, Growth Chamber, triple amulet, make 9 mana. Well, you don't need that for a triple kill, I guess. Let's just say with double amulet. Boseju, Slayer Stronghold, +2/+0 and haste twice. Next turn, next step, attack, fetch, Vesuva, copy Garrison, fetch Sunhome, deal 20 damage. I guess that's not even killing my opponent because they had a blocker and 20 life, so... Chłopaki, to jest kurwa bantok. To zaraz będziecie lecieć, jak tak będziecie gadać. Więc uważać sobie. Okay, we have to cut a land. Boseju, Radiant Fountain, Explore, or Saga. Discuss. Okay, I guess we'll make the decision in an intelligent way. Co mi ta kurwa laguje? So kurwa ta losa. Wygeneruj 2. 1, 2, fountain out. Submit. I do not give creativity gamers enough credit to have Alpine Moon. MTG bot said creativity, but their Blooming Marsh into Delighted Halfling start tells me it's actually Yawgmoth. If I draw Amulet, it's better to do it the other way around, put Gardens into play. If I draw a free drop, Dryad or Spelunking, I would rather have 3 mana on 2, so... Well, Alpine Moon not, but they will have Force of Vigor, which then might be a bit punishing. To have Saga against, right? But of course. Wall. Lol of Roots. Okay. Big test for Curse Totem. Pretty good against a double wall draw. Likely. The next turn I can have the Gardens up to just threaten to copy it if they cast a removal. But yeah, seems like no removal so far, and Grazer blocks the Geist. No need to copy the amulets whatsoever. By the bounce and I'll have 6 mana anyways. But I think the opponent kinda screwed. Like, I guess they could cord into Rexage, but then we do the copy thing. So they are kinda screwed, like Force of Vigor now, but then I copy Curse Totem, opponent has no cards. Maybe I play Grazer, but probably not. Copy the totem. No, it's better to keep up Gardens and copy the totem in response against Force of Vigor. Could dismember something, but really no point. I don't think so. It doesn't save me any life. Saga. Okay, I guess I'll just play this to wait for Saga to pop. Save me the life points. Next island can fetch Mapos. I could eat one Delighted Halfling, but I also could not do that, so I decided not to. I hope you don't mind, chat. Okay, Yawgmoth actually seems like an easy matchup based on this sample of 2 matches I have played. There is a certain degree of convenience in that just Yawgmoth says bare bones interaction against Amulet, so if you You know, not sure if the curse totem actually made a difference this game, but maybe it did. It does make sense that my opponent would have Yawgmoth in their hand that was uncastable the entire time. And then it actually did do a lot. And I think it's not trivial for them to always answer it. Anyways, we take this. Why is there a window here? Let's put it here. No, that's has to be closer. Like around here. So we see it from this spot. Yep. So you can use the window. Yeah. So I have one free connector. That should be enough. That's it? This was like way easier than I expected. All three? Is there a star in this world? I mean, there's like probably a star in every world, I think, but most of the time I just don't fail even to notice the star chilling. Faint message. Frogs are people too. Yeah, why, sure. Any frogs in the chat? I said it because of the, you know, Pepe traditional way to refer to chatters as frogs. I hope you appreciate that. What a small world. Okay, let's go back. Doo-doo, doo-doo, doo-doo. It's me again. My saving tower for last. I did one floor of the tower. I actually don't know. I did the first Greek world and then I was doing the Egyptian world and I was just... I'm just solving the puzzles and not reading what this has to say. That's my approach. But I only had one floor of the tower available when I don't care to question you. Can ignore me entirely, yes, please. You can climb the very tip of the Madman's tower and drink from the golden nectar there. Cool. This is a restream. Yeah, it's just like a, you know, free one. Amulet restream daily thing, so it's not even a star in there. Is there a world number 7? Yes. Okay, let's go to world number 7. 2 stars available. Crazy. Tu. Skądś. Nice pyramid.
On the first night, when I knew it was over, I went out to look at the stars. And I thought, somewhere up there are the stations we built. How do you solve a problem that extends beyond your own lifespan? That question may be the essence of civilization. The only answer I can find is to initiate a process, to create an environment in which the solution will occur independently of yourself. But that requires a difficult sacrifice. Letting go of your desire to bear witness, to exist at the center of the cosmos. To participate in the project of civilization is to accept death. Oh, Alex, you're such a fun person.
Seems like I need to bring a box or any object to let me jump over this gate, and there's probably a star hiding on top of it. It's just a big pile of rocks, yeah. But I went to take a shit and you already won round 2. It was a quick one, but Cursed Totem looked pretty cursed. Will I die if I keep going through the sand?
The words are everything.
Seems like it. Too far, huh? Oh no. Pee pee poo poo. Alright, let's do a puzzle because I'm already walking around too much. Whole lot of jamming. Okay. Keys. Give me a jammer and I'll jam. Not reading this. From the bad NA players. I think many Europeans play at midnight too. Found a jammer. So first jamming gate, open this, second jamming gate, alright, save for later. This jamming gate and 2 La Bombas. I need 2 jammers to get past that? No, I don't. I can desync the La Bombas through the window. Through the window! On the floor! Da, 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 da. Don't even know if that's what the song is saying. But this way I can sneak past La Bombas. Get all the way around here and realize that I don't have the key, so I have to come back. To the window, to the wall. Okay. Las bombas. Because it's two. Bro, I'm talking in Italian, not in Spanish or Portuguese. So please don't dare correcting me. What do I see through this window? Stella bombas again. Plus this robot, the character in this game goes really fast actually. Tup 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 tup. It's convenient to be able to move through those levels quickly. You need to move a lot. Level is weird. I kinda don't get it. It's like, it seems like it's asking me to do stuff that is not necessary, but maybe I just get a wrong full impression of what it requires me to do. Okay, where's my second jammer? Here's the first one, and there is the second one. So I'll just take this. It seems like the window is just kind of like less necessary than... Like, it's called whole lot of jamming, and I think I'm doing some bare minimum amount of jamming, so... Okay, that is the third jammer. Hello, Lizard. Welcome to my Talos' Principle 2 stream, where I stream Talos Principle and sometimes I intercept with Amulet Titan gameplay. Kurwa mać, no nie, I have to undo everything now because of this La Bomba betrayal from the back. How many turrets? 2, so I need all 3, yeah. Well, it makes sense that I need all of the... Ay ay ay. Or do I have the key? Did it respawn me like with the key? I don't think so. This just like, this part seems unnecessary. How were Las Bombas jammed? You can jam La Bomba with a jammer. This one that I'm holding. So now I'm gonna jump a single La Bomba, because there's 2 of them walking side by side, so I jump them so they are desynced and I can zigzag rank them instead of not being able to. Which, from how this level looks, it's like, seems like it's not really like the intended way, but maybe I'm missing something. Because there's so many windows there. Oh, and I was supposed to come back and take the key, which I forgot. Do I have a cyborg guide for Thanos' Principle? I don't. It's not a Magic the Gathering deck. A cyborg guide would do... no, wouldn't do much of help. Do I cyborg in anything in this level? No. So like that, like this and this, it seems like I'm supposed to use those. I don't need to. I wanna brew around you. I find this line really funny. No, the fence blocks the jammers. Windows don't, but fences do. It looks like it's not supposed to, but it does. So it's a bit confusing. Is the whole game just puzzles like this? Yeah. Well, there's also like some stupid lore, but I don't read it. So most of the game is puzzles like this. Okay, I need to move the jammer, so I guess it is not unnecessary. In fact, the puzzle is not pointless. I guess it is unlikely for the puzzle to be unnecessary this game. What do the balls do? They explode when I get too close. So it's to be avoided. Store cam. Anyone storing cam in their balls? Mine only store P. So I need to move the three jammers here. Look for the window to the floor. Fucking La Bomba, bros. If I die, I'm gonna be so mad. Dobra, kurwa. Stój. Okay, La Bomba jumped. All these jamming gameplay is getting me confused. Yeah. I have the level mapped in my head. I don't know if it's like... if you... like... if you do by now. But we jump... we have to like go back and forth to jump the door from both sides to move the last one to the other side, and now I have all three jammers out. So we take the 3 jammers and we go. It was this way? No, not this way. This way. Yes. So we run all the way through with all 3 of those, one at a time. Would this game be more or less intuitively looking in third person, chat? For me it's first person. And when I switched to third person it looked really awkward, but is it better? Feels awkward. And I like that it's kind of secret that you are a robot. Otherwise. But now I know that I'm an android robot. Let's go options, motion sickness, behind. I like the appeal of not knowing what I was, yeah. Only just seeing the like robot hands whenever you use the terminals. Toop. No, I just enjoyed first person more. If you're getting motion sick, then man up and stop. Alright, we go and take a worm. A fun across forever. This is a button for the fun. Red laser source. Okay, here we got a pepper jammer. Also I jump this because there is nothing else to jump. Blue laser source. A box. Red laser hole. It's also red laser, and this is red laser source. This seems a bit complicated already. And we have to put blue laser from here to here. And there's another gate here. Interesting. Take box. Put box here. Take jammer. Put it on this. Fly box. Use box as a hop. Point to jump between. Use stairs to go down. Take connector. Red laser, but I don't have red laser. Right, take connector. Put it here, take jammer. With me. Hop. Kurwa no. Ziomeczku. Hop. Hop. Jam. Big box. Half box. Go back to take. No, yeah. Go back to take jammer. Now I should have all the items, perhaps. Take the jammer. I don't know why we made this flying, but we could. So nothing here. I still have to... Okay, we can jump through this. What do we find in this area? No more parts. There's the block hidden. Kinda red jammer. A red spot. Here is another connector. So if I use the jammer and I jump this and then I take this box away, take this is jammed, right, so I can go through still. Put the connector here, take the jammer, jump the gate, use the connector. I can free the extra connector. Now that I have the extra connector, I will be able to go back, take this connector, whatever, take the jammer and jump this gate right here. Where is my second connector? What do I do with it? I put it back there. Let's take it, I can move it back if I need to. Let's just have it available. So we're gonna make the connector fly once again. Box here, so it's up high. Jammer, jammer. Do I see the connector from here? So I need to move the box towards here. So that means that the jammer needs to end up sitting on the button to press it to make this fly. Interesting. Can I double stack the box to raise it? Yes. But that still means that the jammer has to end up here, which doesn't work, I think. Let me think. So what I want to do now is I want to connect this to this somehow. Okay, so now the jammer but how do I get there past that gate after I use the jammer to block to press the button? I get the buy. Yeah, I played against Yawgmoth. I won in 8 minutes. 7 minutes. Curse Totem seemed pretty good. Yawgmoth allegedly like a tough matchup according to some, but didn't feel particularly tough in either of those two matches I just played, so. Is the White Border 6th edition totem not online? No, I just think it's ugly. How many Force of Vigor do they play? 2 Force of Vigor. It's pretty stuck. I did get Reclamation Saged for what it's worth against one of them, which they tend to play because of Curse Totem, but you know, they have some hate, but Fulminator Mage with Cauldron. Some Fotzizus, Haywire Might, Rex Sage, 2 Force of Vigor, or like maybe Terra Sander. But I mean, Terra Sander is not really hate, it's a shitty removal spell. And also the upside of these enchants is that sometimes you're just gonna around 6 mana win in a simple, not many artifact or enchantments way. Can't put it on top anymore. What if I use stairs? Is it just impossible to put a... No, it is not impossible. Interesting, because sometimes you get like extra pieces which are kinda red herrings, which I think is pretty interesting when that happens, but sometimes you get baited by there being more pieces than necessary, or like by there being more options to use the pieces. I don't know if I can place it mid-air. No scope. I got no boobs. Okay, idea.
He's a phenomenal control player.
Holy macaroni, I am super stoked. Huge fan here of Marvel and Magic, definitely going to score a commander deck or all of them when it comes out.
Holy macaroni, I am super stoked. No, that doesn't work. Thank you for the sub. Oh, okay. Holy macaroni. Holy macaroni is a funny phrase. Okay, landing on this is gonna be half of the fight. Kurwa no. Yes. Ah, come on. Fuck you. Stupid wall. Stupid piece of shit wall. It would hit the wall here anyway, so that's not the solution. So I think this Talos level is way harder than the match I played. Of Jog mod. Of anti-Jog mod. So I think the original idea of getting a box here so that we can have a floated box connector shooting a red laser from over here to connect with this was good, just that I couldn't figure out how to get it there. Because take this connector and this is connected to whatever this and this. So a box is here and this are connected. That's important. This needs to fly, but it can fly later. The box needs to be moved. It needs to be here. The connector also needs to be moved past that gate. Can you not float the connector on the box and use the other box to press the button? Well, pressing the button... No, I need the box here. Because this laser will need to get over the fence. If this was floating but this was on the ground level, the laser was hitting the fence. So like this is all good, but the jammer is needed still. I'm like one piece too short. But let's test it. Yeah, so now this connects, right? So I think this is the... That's the thing, that this now connects. But I can't get there. Just like... sad. Maybe there's a hidden box somewhere that I missed. Wait, there is a box. What? There's a box over here, but... What? I am confused now. Why is there an extra box in the solution? After I solved it already. It's probably to get the star outside of the puzzle. I think without the box, the connector is just gonna fly away. Yeah, you can't even place it squarely on the... fan because they just fly away. Because you can't center it. Anything comes to mind, chat? You spend too long in a level, soon the god tells you that you should fuck off into a different level and come back later because you'll get stuck if you play like this. But yeah, let's play a mod around Garden Saga. 16 days ago, Grixis Death Shadow. If I really want to play grindy, I can bounce Saga on turn 2 with playing the Chamber, but against most matchups I don't mind playing Saga turn 1, so I'll go Saga turn 1. If it's like 4 color, then I'll play Bounce Land and just turn 3 Dryad. Does this hand do anything? It does play turn 3 the One Ring with double Amulet. Potentially it wins on turn 3. More or less, so I would say yes, anything. A little bit. It can cast a Titan. One lander? It doesn't cast a Titan. I was misspoke, sorry. Unfortunately, we don't actually cast a Titan because I don't have 6 mana. Preordain? Sure. Preordain away, my friend. I hope your deck brings you some happiness. This used to be a Giganta deck, at least what they played. This is not a Giganta deck, so I don't know what's up with that, but I guess we will not find out. I wonder if there's a chance Crumbling Vestige is better than my Radiant Fountain. I think the gain to life mode is pretty good. Often enough, so I think this is a greed matchup. This might be a Grazer deck still. I'll just bring free grid and submit. I don't know what I want to cut, and prefer not to cut randomly then. Greed against the pots is like always a bit stinky, but this hand seems keepable. Gay bar, gay bar, gay bar. Turn to greed bounce lands, turn free ring. Okay. I hope they don't play moon. Fetch, kinda spooky, but they did play Watery Grave the first game, so they shouldn't really. Yeah. I guess Greed could get Stubborn Denied, but it seems like we're getting Counterspell, which is good for me. Maybe even better Bomas. Ooh, awesome. Fine. That's awesome. That's great. I get back the fountain. No reach on Grazer for a turn, but okay. That's it. Fine. Nice deck, bro. Still don't really know what are they playing, but I guess some Grixis deck. How would you push Grazer? I mean, they didn't have a land drop. I don't know, maybe they play Merktide Regent in their deck. You know, with the grid, they just want to spend their mana. Those are my guesses. They play pre-order, so Merktide Regent is not something that like would be unimaginable. And we got a pretty nice juicy 3-0 so far, so perfect setup for the 3-0 3-1 score. Now what we do here, Kurvano. The extra box right here. Tofu is like standing in a way where he covers the chart, but he's also kind of sleeping while standing. Managed to win faster than Metsuziog, yeah, pretty fast ones. Okay, I can jump this. It's not very useful. No vintage Prelim. When is it? What time is it though? You know, just asking. Hahaha, not like I'm gonna play it. There's nothing here. How do I just move this like farther back? Is it gonna change the beam? Maybe that was the puzzle the entire time. XD. Just go back a few meters. That was the entire thing I was supposed to do. Left to do the dishes, yeah. Another 5 minutes match. This is Grixie's Death Shadow this time. There's a box here. I guess the box is... I don't know why it's here. So it's probably to... As I said, to get it out of there somehow. Could the star be on those little shrines? I don't know which shrines are little in your opinion, but I think we know the location of one of the stars, and there is supposed to be a second star in this world somewhere. The first star is right before the pyramid. It's a long walk, so I guess I'm just like doing a long walk to show you again, but you can see the star from here actually. So we just need to like use this to jump, but we just need to put an object here, and we would just need to move out an object from one of the mini puzzle areas. Also, chat, did you know that you can request your favorite music to play on this stream? So anything you want could play. Are there 2 levels here? Big lump of mine. Not too close. Or if you like Kobo and Coco Sing, then you can also not request. Am I going to stream in about 10 hours? Probably not. I'll see how I feel. Rockabye. Am I invincible on top of the box? No, I am not. Can drop a cube on a bomb. I doubt it's gonna be the solution, but we can try. Oh shit. Well, I doubt that. I'm just fucking riding on it. Great idea. Did you mean to, like, for it to serve as a means of traversal, or did you want it to explode from that? Oh, kurwa. Explode, yeah, I figured. Also thought you meant to explode, yet seems like the power of creation much more impressive than just mindless destruction. Give back boxes, la bombas. Guess I need both boxes, so we're gonna yump. Take box. Yump. Put box here. Wait for it to come back. Take the other box. Take box. Box taken. Use stairs. Take box. Based. So let's think if we can maybe move something from this. Let's die. Can use the bomb in the corner to jump out of the puzzle with cube. Yeah, exactly. It does seem like I am supposed to maybe perhaps take the box outside of this section. And yeah, the bomb in the corner is suspiciously just chilling there. Yep. Damn, Chad, you're smart. You're getting this game. Place this here. Hop, hop. And we got the Mario star. Alright, but remember, there is a second one in this level. But also a good suggestion. I'll probably still try to run past the bombas. If not for you. Okay, here we have a level. Question. Suppose for sake of argument all of this is without purpose. The universe is a machine switched on and abandoned long ago. How would I explain what I see? Ja nie wiem, co tam pierdolisz. Typie. Dobrze jest, fajnie jak się gramy. Bouncing side by side. Side by side, by side by side. La bomba. Connector. Okay, so we can do this. Get a connector. Easy. A red hole and a star. So we know the location of the second star. Can save that for later. After we solve this, it's gonna be easier. Put connector on bomb. I think if I'm on the bomb level, it's not really possible. Does it speed it up? I think it does speed it up. Okay, we got past there. And what now? That doesn't help. The only way to synchronize La Bombas is if I have a jammer, which I don't have access to. So I guess I just don't need the second connector. I don't even know if the second connector speeds the process of loading up. Very well might not. It's gonna be the best angle I can get. Load that. Really, that's it? That wasn't particularly hard. Don't kill me. So now to get the star we need to connect a red laser to this, and you might think, how do I connect a red laser? There's no red laser in this level. Well, you just have to connect it from somewhere else. Multi-level. So we've been to all of the places, so most likely I connect to this, which had an elevated... Okay, I died, so it's gone. The way those doors work, you cannot move any object past them from either side, so you cannot really bring extra items to the extra... Yeah, the box being placed here in case you solve it and then die makes plenty of sense then. Yeah, you could laser out because you can laser over the fence. That is indeed how, like, a few of the stars that I already found worked. To jest jakiś kurwa konektor, coś. Just boxes. Oh, I had to like jump for the connector. Hop, hop. So you're gonna... You know... Probably even higher up. Let's try like max height. Seems likely that the box is there for a reason. Since there's an extra part in this level, right? So it makes sense that it's actually there to be used. So I can put box. Or can I? No kurwa mać, no chyba nie o to chodziło jednak. Ha! Can't fool me, stupid game. So I think it's higher. Yes. It's pretty high. So we see that it's, you know, still firing the laser here. Can I see it from here? Yeah. Yep. Seems like it's gonna be it. Maybe. Where's the laser? Can anyone see it from here? I'm not sure. Well, it's... here is the gate. Maybe not, actually. Maybe I got baited. Oh, it's there. See the select prompt. Okay, select. It's not connecting. Here? Yes. Pog. See? It's going all the way from back there. Now you get the Mario star. Nice. So that's everything to do in this world.
The land
The land.
of tombs is yours now. And let this be a lesson that only through faith may death be conquered.
Wait, so what? Death conquered? Yeah, no death anymore. So this, unfortunately, the biggest obstacle. A few wooden planks can get past that. So, world number 7, we got everything, both stars. No stars. Star collected. 2 stars missed. Star collected. Star collected. No, star not collected. Star collected. Yes, Propelin, you are right. This short explains the interaction, but I guess it's like what you're saying. Through the window. To the floor. So that was World B. And there's World C that we can go to. And there is the tower, of which I cannot go any further. Then where I
Tracking
already
of
was.
primary subject has ceased. Initiate. Initiate.
Initiate. How many worlds and which have you already solved? It seems like 3 worlds plus the tower, and I solved... Well, I haven't gotten all the stars, but we solved the world A and world B, at least like the primary puzzles. And here I also solved the puzzle, but nothing really happened. Oh, like I got a PC terminal at the end of it. This, we already went there. So, whatever, let's go back to the world C. Unless... No. And then there is also Talos Principle 2. There are some cool Easter eggs this game. Easter eggs. Fuck, like when I make this jump I kinda get that feeling when in your stomach when you're falling. Okay, I haven't seen this facility. This building. Interesting. Star. Behind blue eyes. Good to know. World C it is. C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Does it want to link from tower top? I don't know. I can only travel one stair. One level of the tower up so far. Let's choose hell. The ancient tradition that the world will consume. Yeah. What about heaven? The mind is its own place. Okay. Exit. use. This is the hardest puzzle. Fuck. Easy. C.
You have come far, my child.
Actually, it was like,
succeeding where so many
hey,
before
your
you
favorite
failed.
streamer is on, but I
You
thought
have
he was
walked
being
through a land of
sarcastic.
ruins
Well,
and a land of death.
it is 2 AM for me,
Now
so I guess
the
it is
land
not my
of
usual
faith
time
lies before you.
to be on, but
And know that as you have shown
I just
faith
decided
in
to
me, so do I have faith
show
in
up
you.
at that time, so enjoy while it lasts. It might not be for too much longer because I'll probably go to sleep immediately after the prelim.
You stand before the gates of eternity. When all your trials have been overcome, the gates will open and you will be granted life everlasting.
Damn. Star. I need 2 more stars to get past those doors. So I need 2 more stars. Here. 7. Another door closed by wooden planks, and this is a something. This is an extra object that we're gonna be using in the puzzles that we have to unlock by solving the puzzle. So you can probably sense a theme in this game. Nope. Oh, fucking Tetris. This space is for the Z. Left top, yeah. It has to be in a left corner, I guess. Yes. Fourth champion.
You
I don't
have
know what
come
that object
far
is,
in your
but
journey and learned much. You have served our cause with the truest faith. Therefore, I name you blessed and beloved.
blessed and
Wield
beloved.
these, the instruments of our power, to fulfill your purpose and achieve eternal life.
Axe. Wait, so I probably can use the axe here. Can I take the axe back and break the barriers in the other worlds? I mean, I can only assume that to be the case. Go to the Egypt world. And axe them down. And by Egypt I mean non-Egypt. Break. Nice. And now I go back to Egypt. I thought it was Greek, maybe I mean Roman Greek. Same thing. Amulet. No offense to Romans. Plus in hammer time, bros. Keep feeding me those. Let's see what's behind this gate. That does not look very Egyptian.
Those who have discovered the holiest mysteries of my garden may come to serve me as blessed messengers.
Gardens.
You walk now in their abode.
Somebody asked about the
Be
garden
respectful,
today.
for their service is born from the love that transcends death. And their love is for you also.
Very nice kopua. I play magic if my opponent decides to play magic with me. Okay, at first I didn't realize it was the red laser thing you connect. I just waited for it to start shooting me with lasers and kill me, which would be like a funny reward for a puzzle. Red laser hole, okay. I'll keep 2 sagas into Grazer against a multi-6. Can even like Grazer saga to make construct on turn 2 if I want to. Probably will. They play Hammer, then should be quick enough to win. It is Hammer. So let's put the Grazer into play, and constructs to block also will help. Get later bounce back Bosejo. I play Stoneforge Mystic. I fetch Caldra. Bro, as if like I was playing both sides of the game. Ooh, Amulet. Alright, so the construct against Caldra is kinda weak, so just play an Amulet. I put Caldra into play. I deal 5 damage. You think they play Spell Pierce? Should I play around Spell Pierce? I guess I can. Seems worth it to play around it. Guess I need to draw action, but I trust I will. Map doesn't convert into action easily. But Boseju can strike the hammer. If needed, be. That makes it easier. Sema frontal Broseju, it was for T-West over the course of the next 2 turns. Guess the Titan is strong, but not that strong. Can't haste. Maybe get reprieved. I doubt it though. And I get Boseju. Growth Chamber. Now Broseju the Sigarda's aid. I love to see that. I have another Boseju, like, be my guest. Like, I don't care about this actually. I only care about it if it kills me next turn. And nobody knows about the other Bosejus, so I think the protection here is kinda bad actually. Only one card left in hand. So you don't even die to hammer flashed with a protection. No, I guess I did because of the ring. I keep forgetting about the ring damage, but I will play Colossus. Or probably not even. I think playing Colossus might be bad against a random reprieve. Easy to forget about ring with that art. Fair. Mr. Beast, yes. Did I say Colossus? That was cringe of me. It's like rain on your wedding day. I get Valakut. Celeśnia. Always yield, same target, blah blah blah. Still have to click yes because Modo. Add red, untap. Add Celeśnia, untap. Bounce back. Tapped Celeśnia. You should be able to always yes, no? No. Yes. So let's say I don't kill in combat somehow. Gonna be Sun Home and Grove Chamber. Veziva would have been more damage, yes. But I'm thinking, well, like what happens if my opponent has a random removal for Odd Dryad? And then I play the ring. Nothing matters. But yeah, also, yeah. Once again, when you kill your opponent and they're dead, then they are actually the same level of dead. If they die, and if they die really badly, they're also the same. If I wanted to start learning Amulet, do I have any resources I recommend? Well, my stream for starters. If you watch me play games, you should probably pick up something here and there. Then you could also try reading this. Which is an FHQ, which presumes some level of knowledge about Amulet already. So if you're starting from absolutely nothing, then it might not be answering your questions fully. You could also visit my YouTube channel where I have a video where I talk about how to play Amulet, but it's a little bit old. It's from right after MH2, and it was about specifically a bit of a different build with Through the Breach, which is what I would play it back there. But you might still find some useful information, even though like some things are gonna be, you know, old and not true anymore. I haven't watched that video in a while either, so I don't actually remember all that much of what I'm saying here. But you could check it out and see, maybe. It's gonna be useful. There's also plenty of primers online. There is an 80-page doc guide written by Dom Harvey if you prefer reading to watching. Just should be available if you Google Amulet Dom Harvey or Amulet Discord. So those, I think that's all I can offer. I'm out of ideas by now. I don't like this member against Amulet. And I don't like this member against Hammer much. Cannot dismember a creature once it has a hammer equipped, so I think all I will do is I'll just bring one copy of Engineered Explosives. Mistaken streams Amulet a lot. Yeah, but like so do I, and like why watch Mistaken when you can watch me? I'm, at least in my opinion, I mean, I don't know actually. I have no idea who Mistaken is, besides the fact that I see Mistaken's lists on Modo sometimes. So I guess I cannot make a claim that I consider myself stronger. But like just generally, I guess I would start with that assumption, even though if it might be a bit extremely prideful. Probably will mulligan this hand, and this I'll keep. Put back Vesuva. Might keep Vesuva if they play Saga. It's probably better to have Vesuva than Grove Chamber. Mistaken 5-0 with Titan today and beat 2 Rhinos and 2 Titan players. That's crazy. Alright, I sure hope there is not a mana type in my opponent's hand, because I sure plan to play the Amulet on turn 1 to play Dryad on turn 2. Okay, yep, that's nice, I guess. March, Dombros. Ziemi dębej do rąbki. The only way to play Dryad on the next... No, their hand is slow. I think I should play Grove Chamber. To play Dryad, maybe Dryad, and the next turn copy Saga. Although with Valakut already in hand, I can go for Dryad. Valakut, shoot creatures with the One Ring out. If my opponent is not gonna be attaching anytime soon. Well, although we'll see. I think I'm no longer interested in copying Amulet, copying Saga. So I'll just deploy Valakut right now. Do I have a Timur Rhino list? No, I don't really play Timur Rhinos. And Azula seems like such a plus card to play when you have Amulet on the field. Azusa can be useful in some spots to tutor when you have double Amulet, but I haven't missed her much, and I don't like to draw her. Pithing Needle? Are we needling The onion ring, okay. Saga, okay. Into hammer. Still the fog effect is gonna be useful. So I'll just play the one ring and next turn play Titan, and if no removal on Dryad, I kill. Any other ideas? I could EE, blow 0 drops. But I can also do that next turn. Assuming Dryad survives. So maybe put Tolaria West into play. To be able to do that even if Dryad dies. Yes. So the one ring, play copy Valakut, play Tolaria West, have Sanctuary in hand, have 6 play mana and play next turn if Titan. It fetches Valakut number 3 and a land that's 18 damage plus 18 damage more from hand, so definitely enough to kill. So I don't even need to copy the Valakut, but I will. For good measure, as they say. Otherwise I can copy Saga, but then like they can blow up my Saga for 1 mana with March. Don't want that. Yes, they have the March. It protects their face from Valakut. Not March, Surge. Currently loads. Okay, marching. Exiling 2 cards. Is there a way through Surge? Engineered explosives. Or shooting creatures and forcing them to search first and then explosives is a way. But yeah, that's why we played the T-West earlier. So now I go... Can't even make a construct of the last Saga opponent has 1 card, should be fine. Transmute... EE... EE on 0. Wow. No construct. Can get Memnite. Or... Cookie Man. Nice play, smiley face. Smiley face back. Cookie Man, land. Stoneforge Mystique. Alright. Get Caldra complete. Is Caldra really? Maybe it is. Let's get Grove Chamber. Bosejo. Get Bosejo. What language is Gesundheit? Gesundheit. Actually, I thought so. I thought so about it being German. Yiddish. Interesting. I had a kill, so I could have killed, but whatever. Instead I'll fog. Why not Bosseju in the end step? Bosseju what? Is there a card I am interested in Bossejuing? I think so. Yeah, as you see, I played my Bosseju to get access to untapped mana, which actually was relevant. If World 3 granted basic land types, I'm pretty sure that combination would be played. Nice little photo chat. Only took 3 hours to 4-0 easily too. Gain free live, no już tam nie pierdol. Kolego. Amulet is great, but do you find it a bit too clunky to play on Modo? I get so tired of all the triggers, especially with 3 amulets or a cultivator colossus. Mr. Beast is its own type of joy to resolve on Magic Online, and sometimes that joy is actually not joy, it's actually pain. I agree. Paprika is something related to a cult. It is actually a series of tournaments taking place in Warsaw. It's nice that we proven that Yawgmoth is an easy matchup too. It was pretty convenient. Let's finish this garden and then we're gonna go to sleep. Kurwa no, almost pasuje. I know that pieces fit. Cause I've seen them fall into place. You had it. Too bad. You had it again, bro. Are you playing with me? Probably not. Probably I actually had it somewhere, but... Okay, so that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. That is not it. I wonder if there is just one solution to this either. Doesn't seem necessarily to need to be the case. Not edge pieces. They have to be edge pieces with those Z's. You can see all the pieces if I do it like this. I guess you can see them on the side. My cam covers them. Those are all the pieces. 3 AM puzzle. Yeah, it is a little bit of a 3 AM puzzling. Kurwa. I got excited briefly. The whole middle assembly can be remade by flipped. I'm scared I will mess it up. Shit. Yes. Good there.
Nearly everything on this planet, from the surface of the Earth to the composition of the atmosphere itself, has been shaped by life. It's a process that takes millions of years. But we humans, with our technology, with our understanding and manipulation of systems, have changed everything in just a few centuries. I think that's also part of what makes us human. We reshape the world in our image. It's how we create ourselves and how we destroy ourselves.
This doesn't help. This move actually does nothing. Well, same. This game looks like my life. Okay. In pieces? Is that what you're saying? Puzzled? Can we straighten it? Just fucked? Where? You mean like that I am just fucked? Or that I fucked up by misplacing a block? Can I bring the axe? No, I can't get the axe to the garden. They thought of everything. I tried try this thing once again. Maybe this time, somehow it's gonna fit. So clearly this isn't working. Try it too long on the side on top of each other. Hmm. Go 3 steps back. Bro, if I knew, I lost it. I lost 3 steps back by now. This? Bro, Spalo Theodoro is just John Star in disguise. It's not even a particularly good disguise. The game is called Talos Principle. I think we have it. Nie, kurwa, jest na odwrót. Don't look at this part of the screen, at the edges between the puzzle pieces though, or you might see something you don't like. Easy. I always knew the correct answer, I just wanted to test chat a little bit. To give them an opportunity to showcase their own puzzle solving skills. Oh no! Fuck. Oh. That's my reward. I thought that it's gonna be... Alright, we can do it. We can do it. How did I start the first time? I don't know. No undo option. Uh-huh. Nope. The back button actually just puts everything back. No! Okay, I thought it's gonna close it. Hello? Uriel? Hey. Hey. What up, Uriel? I'm one of those who elected to remain in the world as a messenger of the hidden words. If you are ever in need, seek us out and cry for help. We will do what we can. So he just gives hints. Because every level you can go and ask for a hint. Okay. But like, I don't want to get hints. And he's just gone. Okay. Right, I'll show you, chat. I'll show you the function of this. Because it connects with what I've seen before. Namely, we're gonna go to random world. Let's go world 6.
Chaos is that which existed before time. When the words of a story lose their meaning, when actions cease to have purpose. Know that only faith can protect you from this peril, here, in the Garden of Worlds.
Well put. Alright, I can find it. Let's go to the other one. Does this world does not have hints? Let's try again. For sure they were here. So now I go to an old level, which is called Blown Away. And here we can get blown away. Can we? Maybe it just disappears once you complete the level. No, it's here. Seek counsel. If Elohim's messenger can read this, one of his flock is in need of aid. Do not doubt yourself, you have already overcome this trial, says Uriel 4. So it's like a hint system if you... I don't know how the hints look like, but because you have to unlock it. To struggle, I guess. It's cool, but I don't really intend to use it anyway, so... Not the most thrilling reward. Anyways. Easy 4-0 in the Prelim. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this overnight venture into everything. See you Thursday, I think.